You need a ride back to PD?
Sure.
Alright.
So,
But yeah, man.
oh, what happened?
Yeah, my bad. My asthma a little bad right now, so I kinda don't have my full voice.
You good, bro? Listen, you could just listen if you want.
Dig into it.
NRP speaking. Hit me up on Discord. Let me know if you want to still continue those Monday Tuesday thing. I mean the Monday Tuesdays for this coming. Just because like we missed you guys last week. I think you're still on your honeymoon though. But other than that, my officers really still enjoyed the RP and they're still asking me. And as a leader, I'm supposed to have the answers. And I didn't know what was going on. I haven't heard from you on Discord. So just try to be a little bit more active with me if you can.
Yeah, my bad about that. I was on vacation, so had limited communication myself. But I lost my second in command this week. She retired while I was on vacation. And I think you know my third in command, Bria. She chose not to do anything for the department this week, which is honestly about to get her demoted out of being third in command because I left her an overview of everything she was supposed to do, and she neglected to do anything, man. So, again, that's apologies on my behalf. I wish I would have known more while I was out on vacation. I just, kind of signed off from that aspect of HP and enjoyed my honeymoon with my wife. But I apologize on that behalf from RPD department over to you, man, because I've been on top of our communications and stuff. Um, so yeah, it just was a hard hit last week with me being out on vacation, and I lost my second in command on Monday. And then Bria came back from vacation on Tuesday, and she didn't do anything for the department the entire week. So trust me, I'm getting rain, thunder, and fire at HP because nothing happened for my department last week while I was out. And then also now, the communications that we were building, seem a little tainted because of her lack of communication as she was supposed to resume command while both of us was out. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, man. But like being that I'm back and everything, I won't be taking vacation for a while because of me taking the week. I'm on a cool down for 3 weeks. So for the next 3 weeks, I know I could guarantee that RPD could show up for the Monday and Tuesday meetings.
Yeah, so like how we do it in RP, so we just has our SWAT OIC, first OIC, went for surgery yesterday in RP speaking, and he put his third OIC in as overseer, as pretty much acting first command, and she got with me just now before. Within the first 24 hours, got with me, got my Discord, gave me a roster list, let me know she's gonna host a meeting, I'm gonna be at a meeting. It's just like stuff like that. That's kind of the bad part on your third OIC's part. She should have got with me. She should have sent me Discord. Just let me know, updated me something since you were on your honeymoon. Because like you said, it's a vacation. Even though you're in HP, even though I'm in PD, if we got that vacation outfit, we don't. We ain't supposed to do nothing faction related. You know that.
Right. So, it was a hard hit with me losing my second IC because she was pretty reliable, but she has some IRL stuff coming up, and unfortunately, she left the whole entire fraction. So it's not like she just left my department. And then, like, my third IC, I've been hearing some issues as well with her coming and hanging out on floor 2 here. And then, like, she just been doing some things over the course of my vacation that wasn't her particular behavior. And it kind of, concerns me because that's not the image that I'm trying to have, you get what I mean, for the department. So I was actually going to speak to Dee this evening. Um, it's just, I'm kind of limited with my voice right now. So I'll definitely speak with him about moving around my commanding positions. And I should have some updates most likely by Monday morning. Because I know we have our AP's meeting tomorrow at 5. So, after that, I'll definitely be able to make some adjustments for my department. And, we should be having a steamroll the rest of the stuff for our our event on Monday to do the training. Um, how do you feel about mental health and burnout awareness? Or would you prefer for us to do another CPR training?
We can definitely switch it up.
Okay. And then Tuesday, the infirmary. Is there any particular RP that the your fraction wants to see from us?
So maybe when whoever the first person like gets to your people, we've had some ideas come up to make it better because RP speaking, everyone's talking over everyone. You can't hear everyone. Some people get the RP experience. Some people try to say it's terrible in chat, whatever the cause may be, because they're not getting it. So I almost came up with an idea. Maybe I could run by you. If you guys could say you're seeing, say what's going on at first. I'll tell my officers to keep it in chat so you guys can read the chat, follow the chat, but also when you guys are done talking, have like a keyword or like a macro or something. So when it shows that you're initiating, that you're done talking at the moment, let that other person talk real quick, and then when they're done talking, go back. Something like that order. It may not work at first, but I feel like a little bit of practice with some committed initiative HP members and some committed PD members for the RP, I feel like we can make something happen here.
Word. I definitely agree. I feel like that was kind of like our weakness, and my bad. Our weakness, our last infirmary. So I was thinking about like spacing the beds instead of occupying all 8 on each side. Maybe just utilizing 6 of the beds instead, and then just us creating a triage area to like intake the patients so that we can distinguish who's top priority versus like a fitness for duty assessment. You know what I mean? If they're doing a fitness for duty,
So like people who need extended care, like life or death situation, those are the people talking. The ones who got like a gunshot wound in the arm or something, do like text chat, do talk in the chat for stuff like that. Put the macros up, text in between.
Yeah, that makes sense. So like for our patients that's not as like intense and have like a full-on RP where they'll need either surgery or other additional supports like specialists and stuff, those are the ones that we will focus on having the vocals for. And then like a fitness for duty exam is like, oh, checking your vitals, can you stand up for me, can you run from here to here without getting out of breath? They can type those things out. But for the actual ones that's like coming in gunshot stab wound, ones that's coming in, vehicle accident, amnesia, stuff like that. Those are the ones that we're gonna tailor our vocals for. But we're having parking training Monday morning, so
you could even throw in the idea of there. There's people talking over the mic. Test my officers. Throw in a macro. You sedated them. 50 cc's milligrams of sedative. Shut them up. Put them out to sleep. They don't listen. They keep blaring out. They keep texting. Whatever the cause may be. You ruined the RP. Step on out. You're over. You're done.
Okay. 10-4. If you could, cause my body cam wasn't rolling. If you could just write down a few of those ideas and send it to me on Discord.
I'm just gonna clip this whole thing and send you the whole BC. It's like 20 minutes.
Alright, I appreciate you. Because then I can use that during our department training on Monday. Because every Monday we train before we go over to meet you guys.
And don't even be afraid. Don't even be afraid to in this meeting to use me. I'll probably be there, but don't even be afraid to use me and tell my officers and be like, hey, just so you guys are aware, this is a full RP unit. Hence why we're called RP unit. If you guys aren't properly role playing and reading the chat, and say for example you guys get sedated because you're being too loud or being whatever, and you're being hostile, screaming through the mic, you get put under sedation, and you're still texting or you're still using your mic, you violated RP and PD. Not like an RP server rule, but you kind of did, but at the same time it's kind of a strike instead of getting you sanctioned. You're just gonna be asked to leave. Let them know. You already ruined your roleplay scene. You please get out of the bed, step out the infirmary, come back again, try again when you die.
All right, great.
All right.
That works for me, man. That definitely works for me. So yeah, we'll have the ball back rolling this week. Thank you for being understanding. And again, I apologize for the lack of communication from my team. But, I'm glad to be back off of vacation. It feels nice to have my uniform back on. So,
No
I'll get some
problem. No
stuff done.
problem. I appreciate it. Your vehicle just
Alright,
I can give them right back.
Oh, you sure, Victor?
Yeah, Victor, bring me inside quick, because I know my phone's gonna die. Hop in Jaden, and then Victor, you can drive him. Actually, you can't drive him back. Alright, let's drive him back real quick.
You might have to take a slight detour. And no, that was not the detour.
Hey, as long as I get back to HP, Victor.
Tunnel clear.
Yeah, have a good evening. Thank you again, Austin.
Take me out this gate. So what's he?